Okay, we're on the air. Now, I'm not the best pilot and I'm not the best narrator, but I do my best to be entertaining. And I'll see what I can do on this video. So, right here, right away, I've got the ums and the uh-huhs. But right here, we're in Pierce County, and it's Pierce County Thun. We are on the airstrip. Of course, the game is paused. You can see it blinking back and forth. But we're getting ready to take off to the north. And this is my premiere video, doing what I can to just take off to the north, turn around to the south, and land at Kapowsin. There are a couple of different routes, and I'll talk about those as we go through. Um, I am flying on Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator X, and this is the Steam edition. I want to put a plug in there for Steam. Steam is a great platform. I like the fact that my games are portable and I don't have to worry about updates. Steam takes care of that. All it takes is a membership, and you purchase a game and they take care of the game. So if my laptop goes down, which, this laptop has served me well, it's an Asus and it's served me well. It's getting towards its end of life, and we'll see what I can do about getting a new unit. But basically, I've got a simple rig. It's a cheap rig, and I've been flying for I don't know, it's less than a year, because I know I wasn't flying last winter because it's cold in the garage, which is basically my studio. I've got my Cobalt chair that creaks, but I love it. It's the perfect height for the bench that I have, and the laptop that I'm using, and I've got a cool sticker over my video. But I'll at maybe some point learn how to use my video, and basically I'm using my game box controls. Um, I'm on a laptop, of course. I've said that like 700 times, and I've got my USB controller. Um, it's just your basic like Xbox controller. It's a USB gamepad, basically. Um, Fairly simple. And I use that to toggle my views. I use that to move left and right, real quickly. I use it to straighten the plane out. Um, Uh, the up and down controls on it are very dicey. You can use them when you're landing, but you've got to be coming in at a certain angle, and it takes practice to do it that way. So, and then I've got a scroll mouse. It's a Logitech M570. This thing saved my mousing career. I've got a big hand. My hands are big, and those little mice, all the vector graphics and different things that I've done over the years with editing and things of that nature, and other lives that I've lived, uh, basically killed my big hand by using those small mice. And so now this M570 is great. All right, so let's get ready to take off. So basically, I've got a numlock and a keypad, or the basics of the keyboard, and you've got trim available. You've got your up and down control, or the attitude. I don't know all the technical stuff. Like I said, I'm not a great pilot. Um, I've got my throttle, which is 9 and 3, and then you have your ailerons. And I'm gonna have to look this up and learn how to say this, but ailerons are 4 and 6. So let's see what we can do. And basically, it's a low rig unit, and I hear that you're not supposed to be able to do a flight sim with a keyboard and this sort of gamepad rig. So it's whatever. I like it. It's a fun thing. So let's see what we can do. Um, all right. Let's get the fog off. All right. I just toggled the view. Darn it. All right. I want to bring this up so that I can see my. Wow, that seems really loud. I'm assuming you have to turn this down just a hair. There we go. Alright, that's enough. So I'm going to have to kick up the throttle. And I'm failing to do that because I'm talking around the screen. Cool. But here we go. Should be able to take off anyway. You can see me pulling back on the yoke just at the 16, and it's a steep takeoff. Sort of boring. But what I want to do here is level out the horizon. Alright, so yeah, like I said, this is raw. I'm not the best pilot at this point. I was getting distracted trying to do video and pilot. If I'm just doing the pilot, I'm just focusing on it, I don't have to do narration or anything, I'm fine. Alright, so basically you want to be able to see the terrain. And we're heading towards the north. We're climbing, of course. You can look at the vertical speed, and that's going, it's above 0. Typically I like to keep the RPMs a little bit lower, and I don't want to be buzzing around all over the place in this airplane. And, if I was going a long distance, yeah, I'd get up to altitude, fly as far and fast as I could. But I'm doing a landing exercise, and I don't want to have a lot of altitude. And I think maybe part of what my problem is, I don't have enough altitude, so I'm going to try to get to 1,500 feet, but I'm going to take my time doing it, and I need to turn 180 degrees from here and get to Powson. And it's been, it's in amongst a bunch of trees, and when I first started trying to do this, I couldn't see the thing at all. It was really difficult for me. But now I've got it on the easiest setting, and you can see down there on the left-hand side how the flyover area is starting to dissipate, and we're starting to see some more elevation on the horizon. We're going to bank off, and I'm going to use the ailerons, and I'm going to hit number 6, starting to bank here. Oh, thank you. I don't know if that's going to show up on the video or not. Malware Bytes update. So now I want to watch my compass and the attitude, or the wingspan, is that left, right dial. I don't know the name of this stuff, so I just do the best I can. And so basically we're going to start heading east. So you can see the east mark is starting to come up, and my vertical speed is perfect right now, but when I start to straighten out, I'm going to climb. So I'm just going to drop the nose down, and that's going to increase my airspeed. And there in front of us is Mount Rainier, so I know I need to be a little bit to the right, which is more to the south. And there's the valley that I want to fly over. Alright, so this is great. It's like the cockpit view is awesome. And I'm going to slow the RPMs a little bit. I'm right where I want to be as far as my airspeed. My vertical speed is a little bit, it's just right there. It looks fine. So I haven't really played with the trim. I think I need to get one. Just set my trim so that my vertical speed is virtually 0. Looks like a boat in the air. So I want to follow that valley over there, and that's the more difficult approach. But I'm going to be on alert for getting to 1,500 feet. I'm slowly climbing there. And let's take a look around. I'm going to toggle with the joystick. Oh, it looked like a door was messed up or something. So I like the attitude of the plane. When I first started flying, I was thinking I had to be up in the clouds. No, just take off, stay down here, and if I hit num lock, it should, give me a view. See if I can see back. Where's Pierce County? It should be further back. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see it from here. I mean, like later on when I'm watching the video, I'm not going to say, "Oh yeah, there it was," but not while I'm flying and trying to concentrate. There's a path that we want to go down, and then Kapowson's in here in these trees somewhere. But basically, I'm going to stay in this lower airspace. So if I want to land, and from what I remember, Kapowson had some difficult trees coming in from the south here, and the approach from the south is actually on the left. Well, I'm actually on the right of the airstrip, and if I stay on the right of the airstrip, I should land on the like the 180 degrees from where I'm going right now, which is about like a 35. I think where it's, we took off from, we went over a 16, so the quick math, I'm not used to doing it in my head. Once I get the odds and evens figured out, it's kind of 16, 18 is 100, that's south. So, whatever. So 34. Wow, look at this. These power lines really line up nicely here. And I'm just going totally visual. I don't have the instrument panel in front of me here in this view, of course. Let's look around. This is the tower. Which one is this? This is 1SO. Let's see if I can move this back. For this view, I can manipulate as well. Now I'm in the cockpit again. I should be able to see that airstrip. I'm right on the 16 or 17. And I may have to bank to the right. I'm going to hit my map and see what this is going to do. See if I can find that house. Oh, there's Pierce way over there. Wow, I took a wide turn. That's okay. I'm getting some turbulence. It's interesting enough, I get turbulence on this all the time. I've got that easiest setting. I'm daytime. It's the best weather. And okay, I think that is the airstrip. Wow. Okay. Let me see. Oops. There we go. I need to toggle. I need to toggle the num lock. Here we go. I am going to slow the speed. Kick in my first set of flaps. And I've got the runway starboard. I don't know. Not much of a boat person. So I want to stay above these trees, sort of float down into that runway, and see if I can land this thing. Alright. So I'm watching various things and trying to eyeball that runway, get it lined up the way I'd like to. And the difficulty is sometimes you don't understand, it's not like driving a car. This thing floats on you. A little power there. Kick in the flaps. And take the nose down when I kick those flaps in because I want to keep my airspeed. Watching my RPMs. I don't know. It's a decent enough approach. Starting to get a little wonky over here. Crabbing in. Got one more notch of flaps I can do. I think I'm gonna kick them in, get some more drag. Oof. Oh, I'm missing it. Oh wow, I blew right over it. Oh, this is gonna be ugly, but I can land it. And then I'm gonna jam the brakes and see what I can do. Don't run off the airstrip. Don't run off the airstrip. See if you can stop. Come on, 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 come on. Stop, 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 stop. Ooh, okay, now I'm just right. And put the accelerator on, and it's Control Shift U. Just to steer. And you have to keep your RPMs at a certain little rate here. Let's see. We'll have to taxi around here for just a second. Oh, and don't get your RPMs up too high because you go too fast. You have to overcome the friction, and there's like a certain level of inertia that you have to reach, I think. But once you reach that level of inertia and you get the speed going, you can move the plane around and kind of going a little fast here. So, whoa! Turn, 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 turn. Where's my airstrip? There it is. What the heck is going on? I don't like this. I think I need to slow down. There we go. I'm just learning how to taxi. So, let's see if I can pull up here and line up on the airstrip and take off. Checking in. I don't know how to say this, but Howson heading out. Look out. Holding back the words I don't want to say, so, or I do want to say. Alright. Where are we? We are heading north. So, let's see, if I head north, I think, where the heck is Pierce? Pierce is south from here, so I'm going to have to turn around and land back the other way, right? Let's see what we can do. I'll check my flaps. I'm going to get those back up. You know what? That's not bad. It's a pretty good job taxiing for me, because that was the hardest part through like the learning stages and after, you know, first tutorials. I just finally skipped that stuff. I just all wanted to fly, so now I'm learning it the hard way, or, you know, a different way. So let's see. All right, here we are. We just landed at Kapowsin and hit the brakes and ended up at the end of the runway. And let's see what we can do to take off. So, let's see the tower. Let's get their tower signature. It's 86WA. Right. I like to take off from the cockpit for sure. Make sure no lock's not on. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can do a better takeoff. So I can, here we go. We should be airborne. Get over these first trees, and then I'm going to level it out. There we go, just to see the horizon. And so it's quite an accomplishment for me to do that. To land and take off, that is, and basically retain this cockpit. I have the ability to go to a different view, and I'm going to use that view to land at Pierce. Here we go. Alright, so here I have the ability to pull up the GPS system, and I can shrink this cockpit for a second. I'm not the greatest pilot, but I believe that's Pierce. 1SO, right? Yeah, that was what was on the screen earlier for the strip view. So let's see if it will go back. So we should be 86WA. That's the tower view, yeah. So we're going to 1SO, I believe. There it is. So much easier to see. But let's see if it's easier to land. So I need to kick back on the throttle. I'm already at 1600 feet. That's where I landed before. So I need to get the correct direction. So I'm coming in at the worst angle I can. So I'm going to try to create more of a 90-degree angle and see if I can bank in and land at Pierce County Thun, which would be so awesome. It's Thun Field. It's Pierce County Airport at Thun Field. And wow, this is so much fun flying up here. And then my next video will be Tacoma Narrows. And that's going to be an experience learning to land there again. I've landed there quite a few times, but alright, I'm trying to find the airport, and there it is. And I have no idea if this is the right way for me to come in, but I'm getting ready to bank in and land. Coming in for my final. I don't want to lose. I don't want my vertical speed to increase a whole lot on this turn. It looks like I might have overshot it just a hair. Not too bad. Get my nose down so I can see where I'm going. Oof. Right. Final approach. G. Baffum. I don't know what the heck. Alright. Let's lower the airspeed. I mean my RPMs. Oh, they come way down. Yeah. My airspeed is too much. So I'm trying to use my tail fin to slow me down. But the propeller speed is where it should be, and the airstrip is coming in nicely. I practiced this type of landing without using the flaps. In. Take the nose down so I can see the strip. There we go. Oh, we got the up and down control on the joystick now. My 2 and 8 on the keypad are virtually useless at this point. Landing on the 34, Pierce County Thun. Cessna 172 Skyhawk G BA FM. Don't know what the rest of that is. Skidding out, but looks pretty good. Awesome. That's the first time I've done that. Alright, over and out. Loved it. See you the next time.